Hey there. So today we're going to talk about a tiny seed with a massive reputation, chia seeds. For centuries, they've been called a superfood. But are they a true ancient powerhouse, or is it all just modern hype? Let's get into it.
So, a tiny seed for ancient warriors? It kind of sounds like something out of a legend, right? But it's actually true. Chia seeds were a huge deal for Aztec and Mayan civilizations, prized for their ability to provide sustained energy.
But ancient wisdom is one thing. Modern science is something else entirely. So in this explainer, we're going to go beyond the legends and really unpack the science to see if all these health claims actually hold up.
First up, let's trace the incredible journey of this super seed. How did it go from being this vital part of Aztec culture to a staple in our own kitchens today?
So what are we actually talking about here? Well, they're these tiny black or white seeds from a plant called Salvia hispanica L, which is native to Central America. And for ancient civilizations, they were so much more than just food. They were used for medicine and even played a big role in religious rituals.
All right, let's get to the good stuff. What makes them so special today? It really comes down to their nutritional profile. So what exactly is packed inside just a couple of tablespoons of these tiny seeds? Well, the answer is pretty impressive.
Let's start with this number, 35%. By weight, chia seeds are over a third fiber. That is a ton of fiber, and it's really the key to many of their potential health benefits.
And that's not all. A single ounce gives you 5 grams of ALA. That stands for alpha-linolenic acid, which is that plant-based omega-3 fatty acid everyone talks about for being so good for your heart.
So let's look at the whole picture. For just 138 calories in a 1-ounce serving, you get nearly 10 grams of fiber, almost 5 grams of protein, and a serious chunk of your daily calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. It's basically a micronutrient jackpot. So how does all that nutrition actually translate into health benefits? Let's break down 5 of the big science-backed benefits and see just how this tiny seed can impact your health. First up, benefit number 1, they are absolutely loaded with antioxidants. You can think of these as your body's own little security team, fighting off damage from these unstable molecules called free radicals that are linked to things like aging and even diseases like cancer.
And we're not just talking about any old antioxidants. Chia seeds have some real power players, like chlorogenic acid, which might help lower blood pressure, and caffeic acid, which has known anti-inflammatory effects. All of these can help protect your vital organs, like your heart and your liver.
Okay, moving on to benefit number 2. They might, and I stress might, support weight loss. The logic here is pretty straightforward. All that fiber and protein can help you feel fuller for longer, which, in theory, could reduce your appetite.
But this is where we need to have a really balanced look at things. The promise is clear, you feel fuller, and it could give you a boost if you're already on a reduced calorie diet. But the reality? The research is kind of mixed. An older study found no effect at all, so here's the real takeaway. Just adding chia seeds to your diet probably isn't going to cause weight loss on its own. It's a useful tool, but not a magic bullet. All right, on to benefit number 3. They may lower your risk of heart disease. Now this connects right back to that soluble fiber we mentioned, which can help lower the bad LDL cholesterol. And of course, there are those ALA omega-3s, which have also been linked to a decreased risk of heart disease.
And really, this quote sums up where the science is at right now. While there are a lot of promising signs that chia seeds may benefit heart health, the scientific community pretty much agrees that more definitive research is still needed.
Now for something you might not expect. Benefit number 4, chia seeds contain a whole bunch of important nutrients for your bones. We usually think of milk or cheese for bone health, right? But these little seeds are packing some serious minerals for strengthening your skeleton. And just look at how much they pack in. A single 1-ounce serving delivers 14% of your daily calcium, 20% of your phosphorus, and a whopping 23% of your daily magnesium. All 3 of those are absolutely critical for maintaining bone density.
And our 5th benefit is all about blood sugar. Some studies suggest chia seeds may help regulate it, possibly by improving insulin sensitivity and helping to avoid that big sugar spike after a meal. But just like with some of the other benefits, we still need more research to be sure.
So we've covered the why, now let's get to the how. Let's take a look at just how easy, and I mean really easy, it is to add these seeds to your diet. Honestly, the best part is just how versatile they are. You can eat them raw, you can soak them to create a cool gel-like texture, or you can just throw them into smoothies and oatmeal.
They have a super neutral taste, so they won't mess with the flavor of your food.
Look, if you want a super simple place to start, just try making chia pudding. You combine the seeds with milk, maybe a little sweetener, stir it up, and stick it in the fridge. That's it. You've got a nutritious breakfast ready to go. It really is that easy.
Now, a quick but really important heads up. Because these seeds are so incredibly high in fiber, if your body isn't used to that, you definitely want to start small, maybe just a teaspoon or two, and make sure you're drinking plenty of water to help your digestive system adjust.
So what's the bottom line here? This quote really says it all perfectly. Chia seeds are a fantastic, versatile, nutrient-dense tool to support a healthy lifestyle. But they are not a magic cure-all. They're an amazing piece of the puzzle, but not the whole picture.
When you think about it, adding a spoonful of chia seeds to your yogurt or smoothie is a remarkably simple change to make. And that gets us thinking, what's one simple change you can make for your own health starting today?